It's always good to be on CAN TV, but it was funny. It's like we never really, like, whoa, we on. Mari over there, he's like, go ahead.
Go ahead. He gave us the countdown.
So this Chicago Hill.
Yes, it is.
And, we might as well get started right now. I'm LaShawn 4th Street from the west side of Chicago.
And I'm Malika Gardner from the North Shore, Evanston.
You uppity?
I am not uppity.
Oh.
Not at all.
Oh, yeah, I see your long hair.
I didn't know that was
and your
uppity.
fair skin.
I didn't know that was uppity.
And your red lipstick.
Yeah. I didn't know that was uppity.
So, this is Chicago Hill. And this show is what? I know what every week we like Fridays to be about youth. But today you have decided, and we decided that this would be about
women. Yes. Women. Our power, our strength, our tenacity, our courage, our fearlessness, our spirituality, our leadership, and our nurturing, our comforting. Shall I go on?
Oh, let's see how many more adjectives you have.
Our beauty.
Call us with some adjectives. This is F.D.R. Community Housing Foundation. Describe a woman with your adjectives. This is a good weekend.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. It's Mother's Day. Not today, but this weekend. Some mothers have already started celebrating, so.
They should, and they should start celebrating. I think that there's a few mothers that we have to keep in mind, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have, with this show, Chicago Hill, we've had several moms on who have lost little ones, so I know that this is probably a hard weekend for them. Not having their little ones due to gun violence there in Chicago.
Yeah, so I think the violence and the perpetrators and people that may know of assassins and killers, tomorrow someone is going to be, or Sunday someone's going to be without the child that they gave birth to. And that's not a Mother's Day gift that anyone wants because of senseless violence. We know that the natural order of life, people will die, but people are not
prepared to go before their children.
Right. Oh, yes. Right. And so that's something that we have to remember, that mothers tomorrow or Sunday will be dealing with that.
Yeah, dealing with that loss. And we have people out there who have lost their mothers.
Yeah.
They say that, I know losing my father, devastated me, but they say when you lose your mom, it's a whole nother type of loss to it.
And so there would be people that have lost their mothers, and we want to make sure that we know and acknowledge that, and make sure that people recognize that it's easy for us to say, but their mother, their grandmothers, even if they're not here, they are living within them.
Yes, their spirit lives on. Everything that they teach us, that they've passed on, they've instilled in us, it goes on for generations to come. I remember things that my great-grandmother told me when I was a young girl. So that mother spirit just lives on.
Yeah, it's DNA. It just lives on. There is, I think that Mother's Day, if there is a mother that's not around anymore, I think you wear a white carnation. Is that the way? I remember growing up, the white carnation meant that your mother was deceased, and I think red, it was alive. That's what I was taught early on.
I'm not familiar with that, but I think that's a beautiful concept.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a beautiful concept. And, from Chicago Hill to all of you who have lost your mother, or to the mothers who have unfortunately buried your children, our hearts and prayers are to you this weekend. Absolutely.
We hope that you continue to heal. You could call in at 312-738-1060 if you want to give a shout out to your mother. LaShawn Ford.
Malika Gardner.
So, what else do we have tributes too.
I would love to hear about your mother.
Oh, I'm so fortunate. I had two mothers.
You have two mothers.
I had two. I'm down to one, and and so
that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, so recently, like September the 17th, my biological mother passed away, and we'll show a picture of her. But I was actually adopted, and we're going to show a picture of that's my biological mother. You can see the resemblance when she comes up. That's my biological mother, and she passed away on September 17th at 64 years old. I was adopted.
What year?
This last year. Wait, what year is this? I don't know. What year is this?
2022.
And what month is this?
This is May.
Yeah.
Right, Amari? It's May.
So she passed away in 21.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You did.
I didn't tell you.
You didn't tell us about your prostate cancer. You didn't tell us you lost your mother. Rep Ford believes in not dumping on people, but I think having prostate cancer and your mother passing is not dumping on anyone. Yeah. You should tell your friends that.
Yes, and now you know. and so I was adopted at 6 months by my grandmother, and so my grandmother is right there in the red. She's got the purse, and the other two ladies are her sisters, and they all played a major role in helping me be the person that I am today. Anything good about me is them. Anything bad about me, I don't know. And as you see, we see Reverend Jackson there, and we celebrated with Reverend Jackson.
Oh,
and we have a caller.
Oh, we do.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. And caller, you are on the air with Malika
and Rep Ford.
Nobody should be both parents. Like, I lost my wife a long time ago, and people would tell me Happy Mother's Day. And I think a father can sometimes do some of the things a mother could do, but if you're going to be the father, be the father. You're going to be the mother, be the mother. A lot of times I hear women come saying that I'm both the mother and the father. And I think they do a disservice to the child. And just like a father cannot be replaced, a mother cannot be replaced. Just be the best parent you can be. Don't try to be both parents.
You're absolutely right. I do hear people especially on Father's Day, because many times you have a absent father, and people say, the mother would say, I celebrate Father's Day because I'm the father and the mother of that child. And and sometimes the mother is not there, and the father say, I'm the mother and the father.
Yeah, I agree with the caller. No, one cannot replace the other. I mean, I grew up with a single mom. My father was taken away from us very early, and she still says today, you all really needed a dad. Because there's things she could do. She was a great mom, but there's certain things a woman absolutely cannot do
Malika,
that a man can provide.
I don't know if our caller's
to a
there,
child.
but at a time like this, during last week we had Jersey on.
Yes,
and we need
to
talk to Jersey about this, because to say that you have to have a woman to be in a child's life because they need both. What about people that marry and they're married of the same sex, and you say that they have to have a woman? You don't have to answer that, because you're on, that's a question,
That is a question we can ask Jersey tomorrow, actually.
And so I'm just wondering, how do you deal with that? Because
I mean, if you're raised by one parent, that doesn't mean you're not going to be this amazing person. But there is something, a void, there is something missing in the toolbox that you did not receive from having the other parent. I mean, that's my opinion. That's opinion of many.
And you sticking with it? I mean,
I am sticking with it. So if you have two moms who are married to each other, you have two hopefully amazing women pouring into you, giving you that nurturing, that structuring, all that women bring to children. But without a man, whether it's the husband, an uncle, a grandfather, a male mentor, they are missing that male relationship. So the first relationship a girl has is with her father, and the first relationship that a boy has is with his mother.
Well, they say, what about pronouns? We're not using. Are we using Miss and Mrs.? And I mean, that's the question. So we could.
We'll learn some things
from Jersey tomorrow.
Yes.
So you could tune in tomorrow on WVON at 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be talking about Mother's Day, and we will be talking about the LGBTQ plus community,
and
as
equity.
well as transgender
Mm-hmm.
and equity.
Yes,
and it's really relevant to our discussion about this.
Because some transgenders do not even want to be referred to as mothers.
Right. That's what. Yeah.
So what do we do with Mother's Day if they don't want to be referred to as mothers?
312-738-1060. Join the discussion. You got another picture.
Yes, we have another picture. Now you gotta tell us who.
Now that's my mother right there. That
she looks like
she don't mess around. Guess how old she is?
How old?
83.
Wow.
83 years old. I mean, she's rich in every way.
She looks like she is full of life, fire, and energy. Yes.
And that's my mom and my sister. I don't know where they at, but yeah. But you got some pictures too. There they are again. We're celebrating them. And what do you have? Let me see your beautiful mother.
My beautiful mom. Okay. You all bear with me on the technology here.
Yeah, and while we're getting her beautiful mom up, tell us celebration. Look at that picture about your mom. Even if it's a memory.
My mama.
Well, go for it.
That is Fran Joy, and let me tell you, this woman is absolutely unbelievable, resilient, talented, gifted. She's very well known on the North Shore. She's an artist and a curator, and she poured a lot into me. She had such a tough life, such a tough life, a lot of loss, absolutely a lot of loss, and she herself died in childbirth, giving birth to my sister, and the doctor refused to give up. I mean, she was pronounced dead, and he refused to give up on her, and she came back, so she's seen that out of body.
Really?
Yeah, she's an amazing woman, and she taught me, no matter what is going on in your life, whatever happens, you have to keep going, just keep going, and she had to do that. And there were times I saw my mom tired. She worked her butt off being a single mom. And unfortunately, my father, my sister's father, and then later her husband, my stepfather of 20-something years, they were married. They all passed, all unexpected. And she's had to just keep going, and she's such a beautiful spirit, and people in Evanston absolutely love her.
Oh yeah,
she's very respected.
She's got we have to have her on the show to display her art.
Oh yeah,
and that would be fantastic to invite her so that she come on, because this show we can definitely display the art, and she can share her wisdom.
She's a social justice advocate, and very, very spiritual, and she's a life coach as well. So
you've been brought up well. I can see the resemblance there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that's my paternal grandmother. My dad, actually today's my dad's birthday. He would have been 72 today. But this is his mother, Levita Gardner. And she was a firecracker, would have you rolling. She was a pillar in the community in Centralia, Illinois, in southern Illinois. In Centralia, Illinois. She had 11 kids. Birthed them at home.
How do you do 11 kids?
11 kids.
Do people have 11 kids anymore?
11 kids. No epidurals, nothing.
What?
She would tell people, she told me, she said, I would tell people to leave the room and let me just do this.
Wow.
That's how she gave birth to all her kids, but she was the type that would leave the door unlocked and everyone would come sit on her porch and she would cook and, you know, and everyone was welcome and she poured into her community and she didn't believe in retirement. So she worked until she absolutely could not work anymore. Yeah, she was an amazing woman, Levita Gardner. We just lost her a few years ago. She was a firecracker. Curse out a white police officer in a heartbeat and never got arrested.
Oh.
That was amazing.
Looked them in the eyes.
Looked them in the eye, got in their face.
Yeah.
I wouldn't advise that today.
No,
but and then this is my mother's mother, Pearl Walker.
All y'all had that fine hair. Yo, you white? You got some white in you?
No, we got some Native American.
Native American?
Yeah,
Okay.
on both sides.
On both sides.
So this is my mom's mom, and she, like my father's mother, was an extrovert. I mean, partying in the yard and on the porch. But Granny, who lived down the alley, that's how my mother and father met. They grew up down the alley from each other. Very private. Many would consider my mom's side the bougie side. But she was very, very private and lot of strength. Wouldn't accept help from anyone after she lost her husband and refused to marry, date anyone else. She was loyal to the absolute end, and she was my heart. Both of them are my heart. But Granny, I called her Granny. My dad's mom, I called Mama Vita. My mom's mom, I called Granny, and Granny was like, "Whoo, that woman's definitely made of steel." Went through a lot and raised her 3 kids on her own, and she was just an amazing, absolutely amazing woman. I learned so much from all 3 of these women about not giving up, and you got to keep going because there are other people relying on you, and you got to step outside of yourself and do for your community and do for your family.
Well, thanks for sharing. I mean, and if you have anything that you'd like to talk to us about your mother, your grandmother, your sister, call us at 312-738-1060. Let me tell you something.
Yes.
That's how communities were. You know, these are the people that built strong communities. Against all odds. You know, those communities and families, they stuck together. I know my great-great-grandmother and her husband, they were together to the day they died. No matter what, she was with her husband and he was with her. And they went through it together. And, yeah, that's what community was, and we got to get back to that.
Oh, yes. Women, I don't think they make women like that anymore.
I don't know what happened. I mean, I don't know the last person that I know that had 11 children. You know, is it the men that's not willing to have 11 children, or is it?
Well, men were a different breed back then too. So you had very devoted men. They were devoted, even if they had maybe other women on the side. They were devoted
to their wife.
To their wife.
How can you be devoted with another?
Because you're not leaving. You're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
You stand. You are devoted.
Yeah.
No matter what. And the women back then, neither one of my grandmothers dated or remarried. They, you know,
Wow.
And raised their kids, did what they had to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you said what happened?
You know, if you know anybody that have 11 children today, let us know.
I don't think that's smart to have 11 kids today. Back then, I mean, you could put the kids to work out on on the farm or the land. You know, kids were kind of like technology back then. You know, like the Jackson 5.
Right.
Like you have all
That's
these
just
kids,
5.
You put them to work.
That's just 5.
That's just 5, right?
I mean, do you know anybody with 11, 12 kids? I don't. You know, and why you say that's a mother give birth to that many? You say it's not smart today because of violence? We inner cities?
I think economically, and as far as a village helping to raise. So, you know, everyone pitched in as a family, you know, back in those days.
Maybe that's what we need. We need more. We need people to have more kids to make sure that they stay.
But Mama Vita told me one thing. She said, yeah, I had these 11 kids, but I didn't have foresight in the future because I forgot they were going to have kids. So her house stayed filled with kids, grandkids, great-grandkids, great-great-great-grandkids. That could be too.
Yeah.
Because you never get rid of the kids if you got a bunch of kids.
Yeah, one of my favorite memories of my mother is being sick and getting in her bed. I automatically felt better. Believe it or not, that bed that your mother, getting in that bed, I wonder if it was because you got to push your dad out the way. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it felt good. I mean, you're sick and you get to get in mama's bed and things just start feeling a little better.
Oh, yeah. Something about mom.
Bring
Her food, the food she cooked.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want nobody else to make the soup.
Oh, man. You know.
She did it the best.
You know, my mother, I don't know if I could tell this, but I got a secret.
What?
She used to give me granddaddy with that old granddaddy 100 proof with tea. You ever had granddaddy when you had the flu and you mix a little up in the tea so that you could get that?
We call that a hot toddy.
A hot toddy.
Yeah.
I had a hot toddy when I was young. You know, she didn't put a lot in there, but it worked. You know,
you was like, it worked.
It worked. You know, you never had a hot toddy as a young person?
You know, my uncles would give me like a sip of something. Maybe you know, like, go on here, take a sip. You know.
Yeah, that tea with the old granddaddy. It was actually medicine. That you know nobody really drank 100 proof granddaddy. It's like we had it there just in case there was someone that got sick, and you mix it with the tea, and you know I think it made the child rest. I don't know. You think my mother gonna get in trouble?
No.
No. I mean, I'm 50 years old. Who gonna go get her?
I think moms used to rub a little brandy, a little whiskey on the baby's gums when they were teething, you know? No, she knew what she was doing. It made you feel better.
It did.
And you turned into a state representative. She did all right. You know what?
Give your kid, no. I would say the other memory is she worked at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. And she didn't make a lot of money. I thought she was rich. We never had our lights turned off. Never had the gas turned off. Always had big Christmases, lots of toys. Always had food in the refrigerator. And I don't know how she did it. And she worked 8 hours. Sometimes she'll call us and say, I'm working a double. But I did cook. So you guys, the food is already ready. And when she didn't do that, guess what? She would come home, cook, clean, help with homework, discipline, after a long 8-9 hour work schedule.
That's a mama.
I mean, how you do it? I mean, y'all got some power in being a woman. And you know, I don't know. Yeah.
We push. So when did you start cleaning and cooking?
Well, so
that's what I want to know.
You know, growing up in a house with all women, it was good. Because I still struggle with all that kind of stuff. Because they cook, clean, they wash. I cut the grass and I would paint. I would do things like that.
Took the trash out.
Yeah, took the trash out. And I did that kind of stuff. But, you know, I was kind of scared sometimes to go out at night to take the trash out. I'm just scary cat.
raccoons in the
Raccoons
background.
and rats running around. I mean, I don't want to go outside. I can't. Well, you should have took it out in the
Yep, they teach you a lesson about that, most definitely. Well, as a little girl, my mom taught me do the dishes before she got home.
Oh my God, you better, right?
Laundry, done before she gets home. It was stuff, girls start to learn those things, I think, early, especially when you have a single mom. You learn those things early. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about making plates? I mean, my mother, it tastes so much better when she makes my plate. I don't understand. I mean, I don't even know how to, I don't know, something about it. I mean, mother making your plate. Even my sisters and aunts, well, they will make my plate. And we would be at family get-togethers if everybody's grabbing a plate. They make my plate. Why they make my plate? Because they know I want them to make my plate. And I'm 50 years old, and they still making my plate. It just tastes better. They put a nice portion and nice this, and it looks so nice. I don't know how to make a nice looking plate. How y'all women know how to make a nice plate. It look nice. My plate just be like, I mean, carve a turkey, but you know how to make a nice plate.
I know. I like a nice presentation. I like to cook. I know some women, transgender community gonna trip. I love serving my man. I like that. I like watching him enjoy my food. I love it when he's satisfied. That does something to me. It does something for me.
So why you say the transgender community might?
Because of the roles. I've been told, some women don't identify with that role. Some women, most definitely are like, I ain't making him a plate, I ain't cooking him nothing, he got 2 hands.
Oh.
He can do it. Or, men, it's...
I mean, I think people shouldn't frown at you because you want to do it, and we shouldn't frown at them. I think that giving people their space to do it the way they want, I think that's how we
it's what you like.
heal. You can't be in my space saying you shouldn't be doing that. What do you mean I shouldn't be doing? And I think that's...
Or questioning you, why is that a role of a woman? Well, okay, it's not a role of a woman, but it's something I like to do. I'm going, as a woman for my man, I like the way it feels.
And I'm gonna tell you, you don't want me fixing your plate anyway. You might not even get the vegetables, or you might get, I don't know. It's just not gonna look right.
You might get pizza.
Now I do like to eat healthy. It's just that it's just not gonna be quite the same.
There's love in the food.
Yeah. You're saying I don't know how to do the love with the food?
There's something, man or woman, it doesn't matter. Some people cook and it tastes like, I think Wanda Sykes said it best, it tastes like necessity. Like we had to eat, so here you go. Then you have people that cook. Then you have people that cook. I mean, they pour love into it. They singing, they dancing in the kitchen.
Yeah.
They add extra little something and do the whole presentation, set the table, and it's some love in it.
Did you ever? We got about a minute and a half. Again, we got to talk about. Do you ever get some whoopings?
Yes, I got whoopings. I got slapped. I got whoopings. Yeah.
I remember I came in the house. Now I didn't do anything wrong, and my uncle came to town, and we went to the store. Mm-hmm. As soon as I got in the house, I literally got hit in the head with a broom. I didn't do nothing wrong. I was with an adult. I will never forget. She was at the door. She might have had a bad day, but I felt it.
But what did she say?
I think that I think that I wasn't supposed to go out at night, regardless to who. Because she did say, I don't care who you with. You shouldn't have been going out. And so I got one over the head. And, normally she would always threaten, I'm going to hit you in the head with this frying pan. Stuff like that. Never did. But that time, it was a broom right across my head. That could have maybe that's why my head is shaped like this.
You got whacked in the head with a broom.
Tell us about yours, because we got 30 seconds.
Okay. Let's see. I didn't get whoopings much, but my mom.
The memorable one.
She would
like, give you one.
Yeah. I think probably my grades.
Your grades, yeah.
Yeah, my grades.
Well, you close out, but let me just wish all the mothers, all the women, a happy Mother's Day and a blessed week.
Yes, yes. Our love in our hearts to all the mothers out there, those with children and those who mother the community. Thank you so much for all that you do.